Hi there smartphone fans, welcome back to Smartphone Wars. This is yours truly, Stephen Fox speaking. And today I have here for you a device you so eagerly wanted me to check out and compare with the iPhone S8. And this is of course the Maze Alpha. Yes, the phone that was widely praised by YouTubers for like the best thing for around $200 as a phone from China. And I can see why. The phone looks very solid. The build quality is something that you normally don't get around this price. It has Gorilla Glass 4, Helio P25, 64 GB of onboard storage, dual cameras, front fingerprint scanner, USB Type-C, and a headphone jack as well. So as far as the build quality goes, this is a very solid device, guys. But it's a bit heavy. The stats say around 225 grams, and I think that's about right. Definitely over 200 grams. So this is not a light phone, to say the least. But when there's weight, there's build quality, and more weight means solid construction. And inside the box you do get a fast charging adapter, or be it a very small one. It's an 18-watt fast charger and USB Type-C cable and the SIM tray pin for the SIM slots, as well as an additional tempered glass for it. One thing that really comes to mind when I first look at this phone is that really huge bottom bezel, like huge. But as I said, the build quality is very solid in this device. One of the best phones I've ever seen, held for around $200. Definitely very well built phone. Let's check out the display that everyone was talking about so much. But first, let's open the SIM tray pin and see. Should be a dual nano SIM. Yes, dual nano SIM, and one of the SIM slots can also be used as an SD card, so you can expand the 64 gigs of onboard storage with an additional 128 gigs at least. And now I see the display. Display actually looks very nice on this phone. Let's take a good look at it again. As the phone is made out of glass, it attracts plenty of fingerprints on the back. The display looks very nice indeed on this phone. I can see what the praise was all about. Very vivid, very punchy colors, very bright display. If it's as bright as the iPhone S8, yes, probably, and I think it could be a little bit brighter actually, but brighter display is not always better. You know, a better display. 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of onboard storage are correct here, and the display does offer mirror vision, this offer adaptive brightness. What I didn't see on this phone was notification LED, and I think it doesn't have one. While checking, it doesn't have one. The display does support mirror vision with dynamic contrast and a blue light filter for reading. Again, very nice. This is something you expect from a $200 phone these days with the Helio P20 or P25 chip. Yes, the display is excellent on this device. And I can get around to it since the phone is heavy, but at the same time feels very solid. This is an amazingly well built device at this price, but it's definitely meant for larger hands with that big bottom bezel. So I wouldn't say this is the best screen to body ratio. I see I've already have an update on it waiting to be installed, but I'll check that later. Let's see which 4G bands support. But first of all, I have to, you know, turn on the developer options. The display sensitivity and touch response seems very accurate, very good. This does have Gorilla Glass 4 on it. I can definitely tell that this is a Gorilla Glass coating, but don't quote me for sure on that faulting. This is something publicly known information. There's no way for me to actually check without scratching the display, and I don't want to do that. Now let's check out the band supported here. I see a bit of limited CDMA support, very limited. 1, 3, 7, 8 and band 20, so not a very big band support here. This will 100% work in Europe, anywhere in Europe, and in Asia of course for 4G LTE, but it's very limited. I think only a few operators in the States and in Canada use it, so do check with your local operator to know if this will work in the United States or in Canada if you're there. And let's double check on the specs again. 6-inch display, of course, Android 7 Nougat, Helio P25, 4GB of RAM, 64GB of onboard storage, 4000 mAh battery. It definitely should be enough for 4 days of heavy usage on the 6-inch display, but I'll check that out later. And it does have all the sensors you need. And now let's check out the sound from the speaker. So let's finish up with a quick camera test of the Maze Alpha. It's a dual rear camera, 30 megapixel Samsung sensor with an additional 5 megapixel one for depth of field. And I do now see a bit of overexposure in here, some lag when there was light in the background and there wasn't. So this is definitely not an excellent camera sensor. It was praised by YouTubers, but looks decent. I'll have to check on with the full review, which is coming next week, and of course the comparison with the phone S8. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel, and as always you can buy the phone from the link in the description below. And if you want to help me, please share the video on your social media so that your friends can watch them as well, and stay tuned for more honest opinions.
Stick around.